it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be continuing the series that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be speaking on Selena Gomez. I'll be speaking on her personality traits, as well as her characteristic traits, based off of her natal chart. And lastly, I'll be speaking on how a lot of these placements have led to her success, so please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to do so. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, anyone who loves Selena or who really loves this content. Now let's get right into the video, lovelies. Selena Gomez was born on July 22nd, 1992, so this qualifies her to be a Cancer. And with this placement, she tends to be very emotional, and she tends to be someone who is very intuitive. So she knows how to say things and do things in order for her to know that the person she's interacting with is very happy and very comfortable. She's someone who's very stable. This does come from the sign Cancer being a cardinal sign, so they tend to be very much stable, very much a leader. And she's someone who's very steadfast. That does come from being a cardinal sign as well. She's also someone who's a great listener, so that comes from being a water sign because they tend to be great at listening towards people and great at doing things that are just very helpful and beneficial to others. So she really does live up to her Cancer placement and sun. Next up would be her moon in Aries, and with this placement she tends to be someone who is going to show her emotions. She's going to be reactive to certain situations, but she's also someone who is going to be very intense. This does come from being a fire sign, so her emotions are always going to be intense, they're always going to be fiery, they're always going to be passionate, and she's always up for a new experience. This is something that really benefits them because they're able to just be fun people. They're very adventurous. They can be very impulsive and reactive. She can be passionate very much, and she tends to be someone who's very optimistic. So the sky is the limit for her. She's fun to be around. She's very energetic. She can be short-tempered, and she needs action because she's someone who's very restless. She loves to move quickly and do things in a way that she's able to get what she wants. Next up is her Mercury in Leo, and with this placement she tends to be someone who's very much into saying how they feel. So if she feels something, you're gonna know it and you're gonna be able to see how she feels as well. She has like an authoritarian manner in the way she talks, but it's in a respectful way because she tends to be someone who is going to have a lot of authority and people are going to respect her based off of the way she talks. And she knows how to draw a very incredible crowd with her incredible voice because she knows how to speak to people, and she's able to just have a lot of confidence in herself and a lot of trust. She has a very confident voice, so people love to hear her. She's someone who's very motivational when she's speaking. She tends to be very commanding in her expressions. She does have a very proud thinking. Sometimes her communication can be dramatic. This does come with the Leo placement. Next up is her Venus in Leo. So with this placement, she really loves to be in love. She tends to be very romantic in love. She's someone who is going to be somewhat braggy about her relationship. She loves to be courted and she loves to feel special. She's very loyal but still needs attention from others. At times she may flirt but does not want her partner to. She may feel insecure at a settled relationship. And sometimes she does have a difficulty separating love with intimacy. She can be forgetful of her partner's needs sometimes and feelings, and she may hang on to a relationship that does not benefit her. And this is something that we've seen with her, and we know that she deserves better. She's easy to forgive and follow her heart, and she is attracted to colorful people. She wants someone who's loving, generous, expressive, and playful. Next up is her Mars in Taurus, and because of this placement, she's someone who loves to be patient in regards to what she wants in life. She does not like to be in a position that she just has to make a decision right then and there. She's very decisive though, because after she looks at everything that happened, she's going to decide in regards to what she wants because she's really thought it through. She is very practical, but she's very patient and determined and very endearing. And when it comes to building stability, she's always going to make sure that she works hard, but she's very patient and she just knows that she's going to accomplish that goal. So she just makes sure that she's very comfortable, but she works. And someone like this tends to be very practical minded, so this is something that really benefits her. Next up is her Jupiter in Virgo, and with this placement, she is someone who magnifies their strong work ethic and stern moral code. So she loves to work. She loves to make sure that she's doing something in her life. She's also someone who loves to make sure she has a moral code that's really beneficial to her and beneficial to others around her. She's very diligent. She's going to make sure she's going to go at something. She's very organized. She's someone who likes her hobbies or pastimes, often develop in extremely successful careers. She uses her common sense and her perseverance to bring luck. And this is something that really describes Virgo placements because they're going to make sure that they work as hard as they need to in order for them to accomplish anything in their lifetime. So this really makes sense about her career. Next up is her Saturn in Aquarius, and this is actually a great placement to have because Saturn is in a good or comfortable place with the Aquarius placement. She tends to be someone who's very reserved in her actions, even though her mind is still considered to be conventional in a lot of ways or in a lot of things that she does, but she's very much reserved in what she does, and she always thinks things out when she does things, and a lot of the things that she thinks of and says, a lot of people will say, oh no, that's just unconventional, or we just don't need to talk about that or deal with it. But later on down the line, people will look at her life and just think to themselves, wow, what she said was so right, and I just should follow it. And it just can be considered unconventional because it is an Aquarius placement. That's why we love Aquarius placements, because they're very unique and very different, and their love for that. Next up is her Uranus in Capricorn. And with this placement, she's all about planning for the future as much as possible, and this makes her an automatic innovator. So preparing for the future really benefits her and really helps her be comfortable because she just wants to make sure her family and other generations are able to live comfortably based off of the things that she's made and accomplished. And even herself, she'll be able to live comfortably in her retirement age and is happy that she'll know that she has that comfortability. She's someone who likes to seek out practical solutions to changing society's attitudes to customs, traditions, and authority structures. Her logical and orderly manner of dealing with these matters will result in permanent and carefully planned but sweeping reforms. And I feel as though she and anyone in this placement will be able to accomplish that and make society better. Next up is her Neptune in Capricorn, and it does continue the theme of them wanting to have power and them wanting to make sure that they live comfortably in the future. They also tend to be the type of people who love to increase their power, their wealth, and their influence, and they're able to do that because of this Capricorn placement, even though they will need to be patient and they are patient, so they will be rewarded for that. They are the type of people who idealize work, practicality, and they have the ability to attain reasonable goals, but because they will always stress the need to be selfless and giving, they may find themselves in a difficult place to attain their goals unless they have lowered their expectations on all fronts. However, this is something important for her to know, and anyone with this placement, that they should soar and make sure they don't have to lower their expectations. Next up is her Pluto in Scorpio, and this is actually a great placement because Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. She's able to get this placement because she was born between 1984 and 1995, so she is a millennial. And because of this, they do have a lot of intensity in themselves, and they love to face what is scary. They love making collective issues conscious. And they are the types of people who will go into movements, revolutions that will make things different. And they will always look deeper into any situation to discover what's going on behind the scenes. This is such a Scorpio placement mentality. They love to look deeper into what's going on, so they just don't look at surface level things. And they're the types of people who will look at things that probably other generations would not like, but because they just are interested in doing things that are prohibited, that's what they do. Next up is her North Node in Sagittarius, and in order for her to get the gifts and anything that she needs in this life, she will need to accomplish these things. So first things first would be a reliance on intuition, prophetic abilities, and invisible guidance, speaking from higher conscientiousness, being spontaneous, developing a sense of freedom and adventure, direct communication free from being censored, trusting oneself, spending time alone in nature, having patience, intuitive listening, hearing the meaning behind words, free her mind and explore the horizons, learn the way of the spirit, connecting to nature, teaching and inspiring others to live their life in a splendidness, and giving up superficial connections in exchange for divine connections, and focusing her energies on intellectual and spiritual pursuits. Next up would be her Chiron in Leo. And with this placement, she may have felt the need that her talents have been overlooked. Perhaps that she may feel that she's never gotten the chance to shine, or maybe she may feel awkward or untalented. She's also may have the wound of not believing in her own creativity, but she does have the gift to help others bring out their own creativity, and she may have a difficulty expressing her own talents. It may stem from her being stifled as a child or forced to perform by their families. In order to overcome this, she will need to find a way to get in touch with her inner child and reawaken her creativity. This right here will really be beneficial for her because she'll be able to realize the potential that she's always had below the surface of her womb. So this is a great lesson for her to learn. Next up would be her rising/ascendant in Leo, and with this placement, she is someone who's very magnetic and attracts attention. She's self-aware of her effect on others. She may be prone to temper tantrums and jumping to conclusions. And sometimes she can appear bossy or dramatic, but she tends to be someone who speaks her own mind. She may be stubborn, but she's very confident, and she may have a problem with overworking herself or overdoing things. But she's someone who's very generous. She's very much charismatic. She's very much independent. She's confident in herself. She's very expressive. She's very creative. She's warm-hearted, and she's someone who just loves to be the best of the best. But she just has a very great heart, and she tries her best to show that great heart by doing things for others and helping others in a way that really will help her in the long run. Last but not least is her Midheaven in Taurus. And with this placement, she tends to be someone who is very consistent in her career. She's very reliable in her career, very tactful, very pleasant, very resourceful. She loves to toughen things out. She loves being in charge. She loves spotting opportunities. And this is something that will benefit her in her career and has been able to do that. She's very persistent and knows how to just keep going on with things. She believes and it will get the results that she needs. So she loves to manifest in that way. Even though difficulties will come her way, she will not let them bring her down. She loves to thrive in careers that give her the more hands-on approach. And she loves knowledge, and she believes that it's her true security. So this is something that really explains her career and how she really thrives in the career space that she's in. That's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Selena Gomez Natal Chart. Please let me know down below in the comment section, did you learn more about her? Did you get a better understanding as to who she is as a person? Also, please let me know down below who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. And please make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, that like button, and that share button so anyone who you would like to know this channel will be able to know. And last but not least, please make sure you're following me on all of my social media accounts, from my Pinterest down to my TikTok, because there's a lot of content that is on my social media account that is not presented here, so you guys are missing out on a lot. Please make sure you support my PayPal as well as my Etsy store and my podcast, all linked down below. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.